Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring to you a video on the Monster Hunter Now Carnival, the first live Monster Hunter Now event. Now the reason why there's that question mark in there is because this is a video on the review of the first announced live event in Monster Hunter Now. We will also explore the possible name of this event. That's why it's in question marks. So, is this the live event that we've all been waiting for? Well, I've been waiting for, and a lot of people have. Maybe you haven't, but the thing about it is they did announce it. The first location of the first ever live event in Monster Hunter Now will be in Japan. And here's what we know about the first Monster Hunter Now live event. So we see the graphic right here, and it will be 2 days long. October 12th, Saturday, and October 13th, Sunday, this year in 2024. So it's going to be for 2 days long. It might be individual days, but it's very likely going to be like the summer hunt ticket where it's going to be 2 days long. So we're going to have the entire weekend to play, but this will be a paid ticket event. Like you see right there in the brackets, only those who purchase tickets will be able to participate. So it's like the Naiche Palumu event, except you have to be in Central Tokyo. This is where the location will be, is Central Tokyo. So unless you're in Central Tokyo, you will not be able to see the monsters, etc. Having been to multiple Pokemon Go events, this is the same case. If you aren't in the vicinity of the event area, you will not be able to see the spawns, etc. or whatever they have to offer for the first live event in Monster Hunter Now. Next up, we have Central Tokyo analysis and field predictions. So this information is from Mitsui Fudosan Reality, which is a real estate company. Per this website, Central Tokyo refers to 5 wards within Tokyo: Minato-ku, Chiyoda-ku, Chuo-ku, Shinjuku-ku, and Shibuya-ku. So I've been in Minato-ku, Chiyoda-ku, Shinjuku-ku, and Shibuya-ku. Personally, that's where I've walked and traveled around Japan. I think I might have been at Chuo-ku at one point. I walked around a lot, went to a lot of food places because I'm a huge foodie, but also there's so much to see in Tokyo, and I can't wait to go back. In addition, it's likely the event will have multiple locations in Central Tokyo if they plan on putting up props and areas for players to visit. So if there's like a park or something where all players are gonna get to flock so that you can see all these props put up and everything, it's gonna have to be multiple areas because you're going to have thousands of players at this event. It's going to be a lot of people. There's no way you can go ahead and jot everybody in one park like they've done for Pokemon Go, unless you have something like Dortmund in Germany where it's just a ginormous park, which is just huge. I know Tokyo has a lot of parks like that, but nothing that gigantic. So you're gonna have to have the entire Central Tokyo as the playing field, basically. But again, if they're gonna put central areas and props, it's likely gonna be within several areas within Tokyo, because Asia, or the eastern part of the world, is the biggest player base in Monster Hunter Now. Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong, etc. No matter how much content I make in the United States as an American player, the English side will never beat them. That's just a fact. They have more views, the most popular creators, because, you know, the reason I say English side for everything is because I'm not going to disrespect the East side, which is the undisputed kings and queens of content creators for Monster Hunter Now. And that's why if you are around that area, you probably get more views or have a lot of views because that area has the most exposure and the biggest player base for Monster Hunter Now. Singapore's in that area. As an American player, I try my best to promote the United States, but unfortunately, I have to compete with Pokemon Go, which is the biggest in the United States, so I'm doing my best. But despite that, again, the East is the biggest for Monster Hunter Now, so everyone, guess what's around Japan? All of those Asian players I was talking about. So we're gonna have thousands of players in Tokyo, and it's gonna be absolutely nuts, and I can't wait to be there myself. But yeah, this is because there's no way any singular park, like I mentioned, in Japan can fit thousands of players flocking in from the first live event from around the world and Niantic events that have previously spanned entire cities multiple times. This was done in New York, in plenty of places. The entire city was a play area. So Central Tokyo is about to be a huge playground for Monster Hunter Now players. Well, not playground, respected residencies, etc. if you're not from said country. But yeah, affirm the customs and courtesies and have a whole lot of fun. And next we have the possible name of the first live event. So if you didn't notice or if you didn't check, This afternoon on this day, I got a notification from my iWatch that was pretty shocking. It was at 12 p.m. I was having lunch. I was at my elementary school. We just took care of a kid, and after lunch, I was going to go around to recess and talk to a bunch of kids because I love being a school therapist, and my elementary school kids are super adorable and super cute, but they also take a lot of energy. So in order for me to have the energy to speak to all these kiddos and do therapy, because I'm just starting out in the future, well, actually, we kind of did a lot of crisis intervention, etc., like later on that day, I need food, and I love food. But during this afternoon, I got this on my iWatch, and some of you may have gotten it on your phones or notifications. Come hunt with us in person. The first large-scale real-world event, Monster Hunter Now Carnival, is coming soon. Stay tuned for details at a later date. So it looks like the Monster Hunter Now sent a notification that revealed the possible name for the first live event. And if it's any indication, this notification showed us that the first live event will likely be called the Monster Hunter Now Carnival. Moving on, we have the possible perks of the first live event. This first live event will likely be an upgrade of the Summer Hunt paid ticket event. And here are the possible perks. Early access to a new monster/monsters. Increased access range by 50% or more? Question mark? Maybe more? Hopefully. 30-minute respawn times. Unlimited huntathons and Elder Dragon interceptions. Special background in the hunting screen and gathering points. An event-exclusive questline. And maybe more. Well, if it's the first major live event, well, guess what? It's probably going to have a whole lot more than we think it will be, or from the first paid ticket event. I really think the Summer Hunt paid ticket event was kind of a prototype, and because it made so much money or had so much exposure, they're like, you know what? First live major event, here you go.
I have one of the things that made me love Pokemon Go so much is we have all these events around the world. I've been to Singapore, Japan, Taiwan. Of course, we've had the first couple of Go Fests in Chicago, and I've been to all of them with all my friends. So, if in Monster Hunter Now, is there a live event plan for like that, like Go Fest or Go Safaris that maybe sooner or later in the future we can look towards?
I love this question. You're absolutely spot on in terms of like the mission of Niantic. We love bringing people together in the real world. So holding Pokemon Go Fest, Pokemon Go Tour, Safari Zones, getting players out there to gather together in person, to raid, battle, trade, and just hang out. That's the kind of experience we want to create. So nothing to announce yet at this time for Monster Hunter Now, but as we build an audience around the world, we'd love to hear from our players, if they want a live event, where would they want it to be. We're always listening to feedback from the community, and like I said, nothing to announce at this time, but we have big plans for Monster Hunter Now.
And there you have it. Those big plans for Monster Hunter Now's first major live event will manifest in Tokyo, Japan. I asked a question, I already knew it was going to be kind of vague, but the word big plan, it was a bigger plan than I thought, and of course it would be in Tokyo, Japan. That's where Monster Hunter Now first manifested, and I can't wait, because I've already booked my flight and accommodations for the first major live event, and I can't wait to go back to Japan. So this will actually be my third time traveling Japan. The first time I went to Japan was for Pokemon Go Yokohama Go Fest 2019. It was absolutely insane. It was super hot because Yamashita Park at Yokohama was just blazing because it's right next to the coast, and it was summertime and it was hot. In fact, it was so hot, and I have so much respect for Japanese players. They are so hardcore that you had Pokemon Go players passing out, and the ambulance was just going back and forth. You would hear the siren, it would go ree-roo, ree-roo, and then they would still be playing. No, they didn't care how hot it was. They didn't care about the conditions. They were there to grind. So I have the utmost respect, and I think I'm hardcore. I don't think I'm that hardcore because, man, they're champions down there. So I have a whole lot of experience, and I'm super confident that I'm gonna go just kill it for this weekend because I'm trained by the military. I'm trained by martial arts and combat sports, and I'm ready. I'm so ready. And the second time was right before COVID-19 hit while I was on vacation in the Philippines. So that same year, I actually went during December because I went to the Philippines for vacation. And I was like, you know what, let me spend a week in Japan too. So I did. And this was right before COVID-19 hit. In fact, I think I got COVID-19 because when I got to the Philippines, I got super sick. And I swear it was COVID because that was the sickest I've ever been. I'm super healthy. Outside of getting banged up body and mind by the military, it's very rare that I get sick. And that was the sickest I've ever been. And thankfully I recovered and made it back to America before they finally announced to the world that they're like, hey, COVID-19 exists. And I'm like, wait, what? So that's what I had. But that was 5 years. That was literally like, wow, almost 5 years ago. So this is going to be huge for me. It's my birthday in October too. So looking forward to my birthday. My little birthday present myself before wrestling season starts. And I get really busy anyways in life. Is going to be going to Japan. And what better way to cap that off with the Monster Hunter Now first major live event in my life. As a Capcom creator, as a creator that works with Niantic, I'm super excited and I can't wait. With that being said, please do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. If you can't make it, don't worry. There will be more events. Of course, they have to have the first one, and it's going to be in Japan. So who knows where the next one's going to be? Who knows if it'll be like Pokemon Go Fest, where hopefully they will have a global event or a global style like event for this in the future. This is probably a test phase for the first one, and then again, there has been global in the future, so maybe we will have a global major live event throughout the world, just like Pokemon Go. So let's hope this one's a huge success, so that we get that global event one of these days. And again, do me a huge favor, do everything I asked for. If you want to, you're not obligated to. This is totally free. You're not obligated to do any of this. I just hope you enjoy the content, and hope you come back one of these days. Other than that, good luck on your grinds. Good luck on all of your drops. I hope for those of you that are going, that are super excited. If you're not, don't worry. There will be another one. And again, hopefully a global one. And I will see y'all on the next video.